Hi there, I'm Tricia Pine and welcome to Rejoice in Your Voice. I am a singing instructor and vocal coach, and this week I wanted to talk to you about a little bugaboo of mine that is showing up in the studio. And so I wanted to really do this teaching one more time, okay? So a few years ago, I remember watching a video on Facebook of two opera singers that were backstage in a dressing room, hanging out, just sitting on a couple chairs, and they were singing a pop song. And two things came to me, because I'm always watching how people are singing, listening, watching, trying to learn from other singers. Two things stood out to me. One, they nailed their pop sound. It was incredible. And I know that that wasn't the same sound that they were using when they walked out on stage. So they truly had nailed their pop sound. Second thing is that they had this ease in their bodies while they were singing this song that had really a lot of high notes, okay? Yes, they were tenors, but they were not straining for those high notes at all. So what this brings me to offer for you is that sometimes, because we see it so much on television and in other singers, we sometimes come away with an understanding that that must be how things are done. So when we see our favorite singer just jut the neck out and the jaw out to go for that emotional high note, maybe we take away that, wow, that must be what I need to do if I'm going to create that sound. Or you may be in a position where to make that sound, that's the way you have to do it. That's what you feel like you have to do, is really stretch and strain and push to get those higher notes. My feeling is that that is not true. Okay, it's not true. You do not have to put your body in an abnormal position to be able to create a sound that is really inherent to your body. Okay, so if you're a tenor, you're going to have a range, and you can stretch that range to a certain extent. If you're a baritone, same thing. Bass, soprano, mezzo, you can have the flexibility within those vocal cords to have a specific range. And to go to those top notes in your range, you don't have to injure or put stress on the whole body instrument. So, how does that make you feel? Okay, trust me on this one, because what I want for you is I want you to be able to share and use your instrument for your entire life. I don't want you to be the one-hit wonder. I don't want you to get vocal nodules. I don't want you to feel like you're limited in that capability. Okay, so let's take this a little bit deeper. When you have an emotion, and let's say, gosh, you know, Tricia, I just love it when I'm out there and I'm just right there in the moment with it and I want to push into that. Okay, totally fine. But you may be finding that post-gig, your voice is not recovering as quickly. You're having strain. It may even be painful. So there's a little red light to you. If you're finding right now at the point that you can just go all night long and you don't have any issues at all and there's no problem with what you're doing, then you don't need to watch the rest of this video, because you're not experiencing any of those red lights that are happening, okay? But for those of you that may be going, I think I'm not doing it how I should be doing it, my body's telling me something, I really want to fix this. So my suggestion to you is make this shift in your body. And the shift is simply realign your spine, be in that neutral position. Do not go to this or stretching out the neck for those higher notes. If you strip away that muscle memory, breath will have to work more efficiently. Right? Your resonance will have to work more efficiently. It will reveal to you some of the issues that these habits are hiding. And you will dive in deeper to your craft and go, wow, my jaw is involved. My tongue is really getting in the way. Maybe my resonance, that soft palate, can be in a different position for those notes. Possibly I'm not using my whole body. But you won't know until you make that shift of coming back into alignment with your spine, back into alignment with your neck and your head when you go to those high notes. Start watching yourself in the mirror. It's a great one. You're going to start noticing, and I've got the mirror right here in the studio. When I practice, how am I approaching those notes? Am I approaching them from lots of space or from a feeling of feeling restricted? I don't want you to feel restricted. I want you to feel lots of space, okay? Taking away this action will help you know how to refine your vocal instrument, okay? So let's go into that. Let's find the neutral. Stand in your body, and I really believe in athletic singing, so stand in your body as if you are an athlete. And if you're not an athlete, if you're like, I have no idea, think about, just going for a walk, or think about a cool yoga pose, or think about, shooting the basket, think about what's going on, skiing, all sorts of different body, dancing, right? Think about how grounded you are in your body, have to be low in the lower place of your body where those low breaths need to come in. I want you to be there. I want you to be flexible in your body, and I want your spine to feel buoyant. I want the top of your neck to kind of feel like a rocking chair where it can just kind of easily go back and forth on the top there. Take it to the extreme. What if you pushed it way out? What does that feel like? Look what happens. The whole larynx is put in a weird position, a different position, let's call it that. It's put in a different position than neutral. It's stressed out because of all these muscles that are now pushing it forward. The jaw is now having to readjust because now it's different because of those muscles that are intersecting with the jaw muscles. So it's going to affect your sound. Okay? So come back into neutral. Take in that breath. And start playing. Find the easiest way in. Find a note where you don't have any tension and slowly work your way up the scale. Yes, the larynx will need to shift at some point as you work into upper registers, right? But you want it to stay relaxed and neutral. You don't want to be pushing it up to reach those notes. You want it to adjust naturally with breath management and allowing for resonance, okay? So I ask you, if you're attached to this in performance, practice it not in performance. In your studio, on your own, find a really great neutral posture. Do your singing from that space. So you're practicing in the openness from the inside out. So let's say you get into performance, sure, lean into a little bit if that's what you want, if that's the effect that you want. If you feel that communicates your song more appropriately than standing in a perfect posture position, do it. But you now have created new muscle memory inside out, and that will help you in the long run. Then slowly start to play with not having that be the main way to show your emotion, giving it all over. Just start to play with different colors, okay? So, for me, start to play with not doing this whole turtle effect of your neck and your chin. Start finding that space from the inside out. Okay, that's my challenge to you. Have fun with this one. I'm Tricia Pine, and until next time, rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.